This message is broadcast from the civilization far beyond yours. We watched you destroy what you could not understand. Now, we show you the why.
What if I told you you're already immortal? No, seriously. I'm not talking about religion or some kind of mythical afterlife. I'm talking about this, the device you're receiving your transmission on. Your phone, your photos, your voice memos, and your social media posts. These are all fragments of your soul that are already escaping time. The other day, I was looking at a video of my son playing in the bedroom. Suddenly, it was like I was teleported into that room. I saw with complete clarity his young playfulness, the daylight coming through the window, my wife laughing and joking in the background. It was like I was reliving the moment, and I watched it again and again and again. These memories captured perfectly in the ether, the digital cloud. We're the first generation in human history that's not just living, we're archiving. Every time we save a memory to the cloud, every note, every journal entry, every screenshot of a conversation, we're preserving pieces of who we are, like digital fossils. We're not just remembering our lives, we're recording them in real time. Now, every photo I've uploaded to Facebook, Instagram, iCloud, and now my Google Drive is fully backed up, archived forever, stored in a digital new age that generations before us could not even fathom. It's like exporting and uploading your entire mind, one snapshot or video clip at a time. Now, to be clear, this didn't happen overnight. It started with the first camera in the 1800s, a single blurry portrait that took minutes to expose. Then came film cameras, Polaroids, digital cameras, smartphones, and now we have cloud-connected memory machines in our pockets 24/7. It's not just photography anymore, it's life logging. Growing up, I may have had 5 photographs of myself. Digital cameras and smartphones just were not widely accessible. Now, I have hundreds of my children just from this past month. This technology has unlocked superhuman abilities. We don't have to strain our brains trying to remember our first day of work anymore. We can just scroll to the date on our smartphones, and instead we can reallocate that brain's bandwidth to how we felt that day. We're unlocking the full potential of our minds. And we're essentially traveling through time. Isn't that crazy to think about? We don't have to remember anymore. We can access it. The past is no longer a story we tell. It's a moment we can replay. I don't remember my daughter. I watch her. I don't describe my last vacation. I scroll through it. That's not nostalgia. That's time travel. Now, imagine this. What happens when all those memories, thoughts, habits, patterns are uploaded, and you pair that with a cloned body or a robotic interface? Suddenly, we're not talking about preservation anymore. We're talking about continuation. Would you want that? Would you want a digital version of yourself to keep living? At that point, you're not just your body anymore. You are your stories, your grief, your victories, your playlists, your beliefs. You are your lived experiences. If we agree that the unique things that make you, you, and me, are that we've had completely different life experiences, which have shaped our worldview, our culture, our education, our perspective, how would it be so different if our new bodies, bionic or robotic, can download these memories, these lived experiences, and then relearn what we've learned? If the new version of me can relive my life and then synthesize my personality, quirks, thoughts, and ideas based on the things downloaded into it, it would be a bit like handing off a baton when you pass away, continuing on in a new body. And if we can upload enough of that, what exactly are we leaving behind? Now, what about all the small things that we forgot to upload? I have a small but vivid joy from sending out envelopes because I don't dislike the taste of a stamp. Would my derivative form have the same quirk, or would it develop a completely new quirk? That new version of me may not have every experience, but it'd have enough of the mosaic to have a clear echo. A derivative, a remix of the same soul. And they'd be able to do something I couldn't, build on it, carry on the torch. Now, what if I'm reborn as a woman? What if I'm reborn as an animal? In Buddhism, there's a commonly misunderstood concept of reincarnation. Westerners interpret reincarnation as a process through which you are reborn after your death. But as I'm demonstrating, sometimes your consciousness experiences reincarnation or rebirth within your own lifetime, especially if you can digitize your life by way of the cloud. Now we're redefining what is truly life, what is truly death. If we can be reborn with the same memories into a better physical form, and we're allowed to continue your journey of living, learning, compassion, and reduction of suffering, then that's how we can define reincarnation much closer to the view that rebirth can happen interlife. As long as you're living in the present, because your past still shapes your future, not so dissimilar from your soul or consciousness being reborn anew. In Buddhism, rebirth is real, but they say that remembering your past lives is reserved for the divine. Humans, we're just not built to carry that weight, all the suffering of our past lives. But now, with every upload, every entry, every backup, maybe we're giving ourselves that power, the power to achieve enlightenment, to rise to nirvana or experience salvation. Maybe we're engineering the memory of our soul. So, maybe the more I document, the more I digitize, the more I preserve, the closer I get to becoming something more. Maybe not a god, but something closer to it. Not mortal, not immortal, but uploaded, digitized, remembered, and then continued. Maybe we don't go to heaven. Maybe we build it here. Now, I'll ask you again, knowing all of this, are you eager to digitize yourself and potentially allow a future version of you to artificially be synthesized? For me, I don't have the desire to live eternally. I wish to rest my body when my time is up. But what if I could digitize my thoughts, my desires, my ideas, my memories for the sake of passing it on to my children so that they don't have to re-experience the hardships and suffering that I've gone through in my own life? What if by digitizing myself, I can provide a better lived experience for my children? Well, here's a little secret between you and me. This human form of mine was created in a lab 12 Earth hours ago. I've designed the best version of myself, and now I get to live it. Not too bad, huh? Or was I born organically? Down here? With the direction technology is headed, what's the difference?
The Y posts videos every Sunday, analyzing the intersection of technology and human behavior. If you'd like to learn more about yourselves, each other, and our future as technology advances, subscribe and share with other neo-enlightened individuals. Make sure to explain in the comments how this theory has unlocked a new perspective in your life, so you humans can engage and share a discourse about the human experience.